My name is Gov. I work with Journey to Recovery, and I'm going to talk about substance abuse and my experience with it. When I was younger, I smoked and drank a lot. I didn't realize it at the time, but I used it as an escape or a way to not have to be present and aware of a lot of things going on in my life. It's hard to realize and accept that for a lot of people. That's, I think, one of the main reasons for it is using using it as an escape. For me, it was smoking pot, especially. I got sucked into the trap of it being normalized, kind of socially acceptable to do it all the time. It really is a trap because never being sober and being fully present is really unhealthy. I just used it as a way to get away from whatever might have been going on in my life, like hard times, relationships with other people if they weren't going how I wanted them to. Just any negative feeling or thought that I was having, maybe it was just nagging at me, and I would smoke pot to kind of quiet it instead of working to the root of it and figuring it out where it was coming from, how to actually fix it instead of just covering it up with a substance or a temporary escape from it. And at the time, I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. I just wanted a way to quiet it, make it stop for a while. It seemed like a good way at the time before I started actually realizing what I was doing. I did that by just kind of taking a step back, thinking about what I was actually doing and how harmful it was. It took me a long time to see that it was actually hurting me. It feels really good in the moment while you're doing it, but when you take a step back and realize the reasons and what you're actually doing, it becomes a lot more clear. It doesn't make it easier to stop. At that point, for me, I was pretty dependent on it. I would do it almost all the time. Before I did anything, as soon as I woke up, it was just kind of like always present. It sort of becomes like a crutch. Something's wrong, so you lean on the substance to make it better instead of working on it. I kind of think about it like if you break your leg and then you start just taking painkillers instead of going to physical therapy to actually fix it. You're just taking a temporary escape instead of working on the actual issue. It's much easier to do it that way, which is why it's so easy to get sucked into doing it instead of doing the real work to sort out the actual problem. Realizing that that's what I was doing was the first step to fixing it and working on it. Another big part was it just became such a, like, kind of a big part of my life. Filled up all the empty space when I didn't have anything to do, and I had to find new healthy ways to fill that space. It's just such a easy way to fill the time. Like, you have nothing to do, you can just smoke weed and forget about everything for a while instead of actually having to find productive things to fill that space. A big part of it is replacing those bad habits with healthier things that you enjoy doing. I mean, for me, it was coming out into the woods more. Like, if I had nothing to do, going for a walk or having a fire or going and talking to some friends instead of just using it to run away from that empty feeling. Drinking for me was, I did it too much, but I think I used it in a different way. Smoking pot for me, like I said, was to like distract myself from those negative feelings, and I used drinking more as sort of like fake fun almost. Like on weekends, everyone would go to a party, go wherever and get drunk because it makes things feel more fun. Like, it numbs you and it makes you feel like you're doing something cool or something fun when you're not actually, almost like artificial fun in a sense, like a shortcut. You don't actually have to go do anything that makes you feel good or makes you happy. You can just sit somewhere and get drunk, and it feels like you're having fun, but it's not real in the same way as doing what you genuinely enjoy doing, like cheating, kind of. And you're cheating yourself, really, because you don't get to actually go out and do the things that you really enjoy. You sort of trick yourself, or your brain tricks you into thinking that that's what fun is, that's what you want to do, that's what you like doing. So you keep doing it instead of making yourself get out and do productive things, do healthy things that you enjoy doing. I think that's all I got for now.